Here we go, fellas. I apologize for the delay, but the time is finally here. I am on today to present to you the first 5 submissions in the Ricky Davis League Stadium Search, and I could not be happier with them. I've got 5 fantastic stadiums to show you from 4 different users, and after this video, I'm going to turn right around and record the reveal for the next 10. Yes, the next 10 Ricky Davis League teams that need a new stadium. I apologize for the delay. I did have this video recorded at one point with my brother, but when I got into editing, the sound was unusable. Then we tried to get him back on last night, and technical problems led me to do this again today, but by myself. I promise you I'll get Mark on because, I mean, he's the founder, the main founder of the Ricky Davis League. So, without further delay, here are the first 5 stadiums submitted in the Ricky Davis League Stadium Search. Now, in a video not too long ago, I showed you a stadium that I created that I kind of assigned to the Minneapolis Sky Sox. I wasn't crazy about the stadium, and for some reason, the Sky Sox were just the first team that popped in my head. So I opened the Sky Sox up as a team that could use a new stadium, and Murph075 delivered. Now, I did get confirmation from Sewell21, who did spend a lot of time in Minneapolis. I think he lived there, that Minneapolis has what they call skyways, skywalks that connect a bunch of the bigger buildings in downtown Minneapolis to keep people out of the cold. There's also underground tunnels that people use to walk around to avoid the cold. So Sky Sox has audio. There's logos in the vault that I took and borrowed, and using that idea, that theme, Murph came up with the stadium, and it's beautiful. Look at this action right here in center field and in left center field. You got this awesome covered. See, that's one thing I never think to do is every time I want to cover a bleacher section, I use the standard roofs, that they have as their own props. So to kind of dig that in there, and you got this cool looking pole. What is this pole made out of? Oh, it's made of fencing. All right, yeah. It looks amazing. Okay, I mean, Murph, Murph, he's the man. He does some incredible things. I love this little section out here using another anomaly. This is a good anomaly to use. I mean, let's face it. It's got great... Oh, look, he covered it up with blue stuff. Outstanding. You're getting more creative with the anomalies every day, and I love it. But he covered it up to keep the blue theme, to hide the green or gray or whatever the heck colors are in there. And you got this great little picnic area with this fence that jolts out. You know how I love my quirky dimensions, and this is as quirky as they come. I love it. You got another cool deck up here with Juicy Lucy. Now, do you do research as chain or something that's in actual Minneapolis, or did you just think of Juicy Lucy and throw it in there? You'll have to let me know in the comments. Over here, we have a custom bullpen, which I dig, with the out-of-town scoreboard above it. I love how these seats are blended in to the lower-level seats over here. A cool second deck. I always love the second decks when they're kind of connected to the lower deck by just a wall instead of having the empty space. I think that looks really cool. And then a great-looking luxury seating section under this deck over here. An awesome little restaurant and bleacher section over here. It says Skyway, let's go Sky Sox. A great custom-built broadcaster's booth that could also double as luxury suites under here. Another awesome-looking deck above plaza-level seating. Plenty of scoreboards and lots of restaurant seating above this deck. This is a great prop. This is one of the better props. I love it when you can kind of squeeze this into places and, you can make like a whole row like he did, and it looks really, really cool. Another upper deck. More outside concession stands, which I love. Bleachers over another custom bullpen. Home and away, got to have one, right? I love this little concourse over here. You got a sign in dead center field, home of the Sky Sox, using the windows, of course, to give it a dome feel. I always thought Minneapolis should have a dome. I mean, Target Stadium seems to be working, but, I mean, after so many years in the Metrodome, you just kind of figure they'll get another one or a retractable roof or something. Using the standard roof to kind of cover it up, make it look like it could be retractable. Oh, look at this, what he's got over here. An actual skyway. Yeah, he's got one big building out here with the skyway connecting it out. That's what the skyway was. All right. See, I like to take a quick peek at these stadiums before I put them on, but I also like to find surprises when I'm first on the air. I love this. Murph, 075, you the man. Before we move on, though, we got to take a look at with the lights on. And, of course, it looks fantastic, having the lit-up sign in center field. Plenty of lighting in the outfield that goes all the way around the stadium. I don't know how you guys get so many details without running out of memory. I've come to the max in almost every stadium I built. But yeah, this is another great one for Murph, and he's got another one coming up. So we're going to move on for now. Thanks once again, Murph, the new home of the Minneapolis Sky Sox. Okay, we're going to shoot on over to the East Coast where we have Rebellion Stadium. This is going to be the new home of the New England Rebels. It's located, of course, in Boston, Massachusetts, altitude of 46 feet, built in 2023. Now, our buddy Arch Mage decided to take this one on for us. Turns out I did use his stadium back in the old game for the host of this team, and he didn't know it. I didn't know it. I just found a really cool park. It was called Anchor Park, and I used it, and it was fantastic. And it turns out it was him. I kind of figured it was after seeing some of his stadiums. I put two and two together. He confirmed it. It's fantastic. So Boston has Fenway Park. It's ancient. You know, I think I tend to think old when I think of Boston. That's why I picked an older-looking park for the Rebels in last year's league. But this year I said, screw it. They need a new stadium, something modern. And Arch admitted in the comments that this is something a little out of his comfort zone. If you notice his stadiums in his vault, you'll see a bunch of retro looking. You'll see a bunch of rebuilds or recreations or duplications, whatever you want to call it, and they're fantastic. So he wanted to step out of his comfort zone and build a modern-looking stadium for the Rebels, and I think he did a fantastic job. We have the new home of the New England Rebels. I mean, in center field, right away, you got the fancy-looking aqua theater thing. I love it. It's a great backdrop for a stadium. He's got the two circular buildings surrounding the batter's eye in center field. Also surrounding center field, this little restaurant. You got some pine trees. Now, I noticed it's very symmetrical, and he pulled it off. Whenever I try to make a stadium symmetrical, it looks terrible. One little thing gets off, the littlest bit, and it frustrates the hell out of me, but I can't see that in here, and it looks amazing. He covered the green with the brick, which looks great. In between the numbers, he's got the laser ribbons. I dig that. A pool on each side. The restaurants on each side. What is this, like the steamer? Is that what you call that? Like a chimney or something? I'm not a sailor. I'm not a steamboat guy, but it's from Cincinnati, right? It's in the batter's eye or above the batter's eye in Cincinnati. I don't know what you call that thing, but it definitely has a modern look to it. So, yeah, you got some cool targets. You know, is it possible to get up here, get on top here? Maybe Steve Stewart, Leroy Tillman, DJ Jackson, Chris Morales over here? I don't know. I think this is from Cincinnati, too, this building behind home plate. I've mentioned that before in other videos. Paying homage to the old school buildings with the roof, flag surrounding the roof. It looks great. How does behind home plate look? Oh, this is different. Oh, wow. Using that, what is that, a hotel or something? Or like games? Doesn't it say games in the front of it? Yeah. That looks great. Above the, what do you even call these things? I don't think I've seen these things in a real city. I don't know why they made this as a prop. But Arch took advantage of them, made them look good, blending them into the city or this building. And he kind of made a different layered roof with the tent, turning it around. Very creative. I dig it. I will look forward to playing the Rebels when they're in here. Ooh, I like this little... Yeah, I like how the second level curves around and joins. A la Shea Stadium and the Astrodome. But this looks way better than those pieces of crap. I like this one a lot. Man, looks great. Arch, I knew you wouldn't let me down, buddy. Came through with a great stadium. Gonna turn the lights on real quick. Boom. Gorgeous. I like that checkered pattern. He's got the Aqua Theater lit up in the background. The miniature golf course is lit up. Where's the light to the miniature golf course? I don't see what's lighting that up. Is that something that lights up on its own? Huh, I don't know. Yeah, because it's lit up on the other side too. Either way, it looks really cool. Fun things for the families to do when they're waiting to get in the game or if they can't get in the game. And Arch always does a great job of finding creative ways to close off his stadiums, to give it some kind of facing. And that's important, because a lot of times when you have to piece the seats together, everything kind of gets offset and it looks clunky. But, I mean, when you can hide it like this in such a beautiful way, it don't matter. Cool little escalator to get inside. Oh, look at this special parking and an entrance to the stadium. Rebellion Stadium. That's cool. And that must be like the players or very VIP people. Look at that. Look at that view right there. That's amazing. Arch, I love it, buddy. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I could finally get on and showcase these for you guys. I apologize for the delay. There's, really no excuse for it. I think the main thing is just I've been trying to get my brother on because the Ricky Davis League is such a big thing to both of us. So, but we'll get him there. We got plenty of teams to announce, and we got a little something special that we need created. So you might want to subscribe, and ring that bell so you can get in on the fun. Okay, we have another familiar name to Studio 44, Sandman Dan. He decided to take on the Atlantic City Aces, and he created Boardwalk Plaza. It's in New Jersey, altitude of 2,000 feet, built in 2020. And once again, we have an amazing stadium. We've got some cool anomalies again in right field, but he used it to cover the home run fence. Now, I don't know if you paid much attention to the anomalies, but in a game, if you have it leak out, it pretty much acts like they're not there. So if you hit the ball over this, it's just going to look like a regular home run. So that looks amazing. That's going to work really cool in a game, I think. I love this little section over here where the ballpark eats. Awesome little picnic section. And then look at this boardwalk. Awesome. All these tables out here with umbrellas and fans above the batter's eye. Perfect scoreboard. You got the amusement park in the background. And this is the highlight. Look at this. You see stuff like this all over the place. Excellent idea doing the NJ for New Jersey. And this great box using that stone. The stone's popular. I see a lot of people do some creative things with that stone. Like, look at, like these plant boxes holding these bushes out here. Unreal. Same thing over here. You got a little entrance to the park going down the stairs. 3 levels. Oh, he's got that casino, right? Or no, this is a museum? What is this? I don't know. You'd think I'd remember by now. But I like how it pokes through the seats. Fantastic job. You have another entrance to the stadium over here. Oh, there's an entrance to the stadium through the amusement park. That's fun. Oh, look at over here in left field. We have another casino. Resorts, Hotel, and Casino. Oh, and we got a giant side. Boardwalk Plaza, home of the Atlantic City Aces. I love it. There's a casino in here. I'm going to play some poker in there. Oh, he extended that sign, the lit up traffic sign. That's a great idea to make it bigger so you can fit all that stuff on there. Looks great. Made his own custom entrance into the casino. You got the boardwalk or the scoreboard walk over here on this circular concourse. I love it. Was so excited to hear Sandman Dan wanted to do a stadium because I knew it would be good. It reminds me a lot of his stadium that I showed that had the water flowing in. Excellent. Got the funky lights over here to light it up. Ooh, we got to turn the lights on, don't we? Boom. Awesome. Again, quirky dimensions. You guys know I like my quirky dimensions. He's got parts of the boardwalk lit up in the ocean, and he's got the ocean kind of blocked off with the rocks. I love it. I've never been to Atlantic City. I've heard it's not that great. All right, Sandman Dan, thank you so much. This stadium looks great. It'll definitely be the house of the Aces. Our next stadium comes to us from our good buddy Sewell21, a very good friend of Studio 44. He has a YouTube channel himself. You may have already seen this stadium there, but if you haven't, after you finish this video, make sure you run over to his page and check it out. He gives you a lot more detail than I can on the trouble he went through to make this stadium. Now, this is a rebuild of the stadium that the Charlotte Knights, I think they are called, AAA affiliate to the White Sox. His idea was to take the stadium that was already here in Charlotte and add on it, remodel it, turn it into a big league stadium, because let's face it, the Ricky Davis League is big league. It doesn't get bigger than the Ricky Davis League. So we need to accommodate more people. He pretty much recreated the stadium, which he said was the first time he's done that, by the way. And it looks amazing. He compares some of the photos that he used to get a good look of the stadium, and it looks great. He talked about wanting to recreate the skyline of Charlotte, and, you know, from what I can tell, it's amazing. I've driven past Charlotte. I've been in the Charlotte airport, but that's about it. So I can only go by the pictures he showed. He did say that it was amazing how some of the buildings compared to the real buildings in Charlotte, and this one in particular caught my eye. They look really similar to the ones that he showed. So again, make sure you hop over there and look at the comparisons, and he shows how he recreated the original stadium and then how he built on top of it and made it look fantastic. And the thing that stands out to me the most is this awesome picnic area out here. In the original version of the stadium, in the real version of the stadium, there's just like a tent, or like a canopy or something like that. And he added this entire restaurant with the layered seating just behind home run fence. Beautiful idea, using the escalator as stairs. And I love putting these three props together. I've always loved this little restaurant prop, and I've always loved this one too. Adding two of them next to each other with the picnic area, amazing. Now, he says this deck is reachable, so Steve Stewart's definitely going to have to try to put some up there. I love having the hill in the background. He said he added the little scoreboard to this wall out here. It's phenomenal. He put the football stadium in the back. I'm guessing that's where the Panthers play, right? The stadium back here. It's amazing. He put a lot of time and effort into it, and I can tell. So, Sewell21, thank you so much. I was very excited to hear that you wanted to take on a stadium for the Ricky Davis League, and hopefully you'll want to do more, because like I said, we got like 20 more teams that need a stadium. Again, check out Sewell21. He will showcase stadiums of yours in his Stadiums That Inspire series, and he shows, of course, his own creation. So, Sewell21 on YouTube. Check him out. Sewell, thank you so much, buddy. Oh, wait, we got to check the lights. Fantastic, as always. He lit up the city, of course. Good idea. When you go through as much as you seem to go through to get this stadium built, this city, you want to make sure people can see it at all times. Amazing work. But again, of these four creators, I expect nothing less. They're artists. Artistes. Stadium creating artistes. Thank you so much, fellas. Okay, our final stadium today comes to us from our first creator of the day. Yeah, we have Murph075 again. FedEx Field at Beale Street Landing, Memphis, Tennessee, altitude 338 feet, built in 2023. Now, I wasn't crazy about Memphis Sounds, because I'm pretty sure a team either did exist or currently exists called the Memphis Sounds, and we even kind of ripped off their uniform a little bit. Well, my brother had more of a creative uniform early on, but as I said, we didn't upload some of those to the vault So I didn't want to recreate them. He didn't want to take the time to recreate them. So I kind of stole some things from the vault to recreate the Memphis Sounds. So we kept their colors, the orange and yellow, just because you never really see that color combo in a big league team. And I mean, it's already off to a good start when you got this seating up here with this restaurant and the buildings with bleachers on top. Of course, if you're in Memphis, you got the guitar. I haven't even said the name yet. The Memphis Rockers, kind of the home of rock and roll. Is Memphis where Elvis's place was? Graceland. Is this where Graceland is from in Memphis? I'm not sure, but man, this is fantastic. Oh, look what we got going on down here. There you go. Sun Records Soundstage. Right next to the water with the boat in the background. Awesome. You got the 2 big scoreboards for video screens. Look at that. That's awesome. Parking garage. Stands built into this building back here. Beale Street Landing. You got the King Soda Shop, Rockers Team Store, and the Big Boppers Whoppers. Who don't want a big bop? Give me a big. I'll take a big Whopper Bopper right. Big Bopper Whopper right now. Fantastic. Sun Records building out here with the San Diego studio and the MLB shop sign on it. Oh, look at how sharp this is. That's awesome. That's like Camden Yards in left field. It doesn't really curve around. It kind of takes a sharp turn. That looks great. And I love this double layer of luxury seating. You got the luxury plazas and then the luxury back up here. Gorgeous. WMFS. I'm guessing that's a big-time radio station down there. You got the broadcast booth or more luxury seats. Another great deck with the FedEx Field sign on top. I love it. You can get some nachos and hot dogs. I like the little greenage or the foliage up here with the picnic tables. Above, more luxury seating. Got it fenced off so the fake people don't fall off. Oh, and then look at this deck over here. This is fun. This will be fun to hit some home runs onto. Hit some rocker splashers. Oh, 75 have been hit in there so far. All right. A la Pac Bell Park in San Francisco. I dig it. And barbecue. Oh, I love me some barbecue. I could go for some ribs right about now. You got some people chilling out back here. You got a bunch of statues lining the thing up. Awesome. Look at this. Is this a river, I take it, that goes through Memphis? Like I said, I know nothing about Memphis. Never been. Look at this. Tell me that's not a postcard if you ever saw one. Got some buildings in the background. Look at it lit up. That's amazing. The home of the Memphis Rockers. I would say, ladies and gentlemen, but at least according to one section of my data for my YouTube channel, not a single woman has clicked onto this. Women don't care about baseball stadiums, I guess. Using anomalies to block off the fence. I love it. Ugh. Look at this little section under here. Tucked away some concessions. Little picnic areas. I love this little section out here, too. That's great. Man. Murph075. It does it again. I can't wait to put balls in this water with Steve Stewart. Oh, he's even got a light tower right in the middle of the thing. Did we look at it back here with the lights on? Why not, huh? It's worth another look. Murph075 giving us the Memphis Rockers and their new home. All right, fellas. That's all I've got for you today. The first 5 stadiums in the Ricky Davis League Stadium Search. Now, we're going to stay on and record another video. We have 10 new teams to talk about, 10 new teams that need new stadiums. I figured I'd start with the less profile teams. These are the teams that we don't like as much. We kind of just threw together at the last minute just to fill out the entire league. There's definitely some cool teams in there, some cool cities that you guys, I bet, can get real creative with. I don't want to spoil them for you, so you definitely have some options. And heck, if you find a cool city in there or find a new idea that would make this team high profile, we can kick them up a notch. We can make them more high profile. What I mean by high and low profile is we take turns going back and forth being in the American League or the National League. If we're in the American League, we tend to keep the cooler teams, the teams that we like and spend more time on in the American League with us. And then the bums, would be in the National League that we only play in interleague play and stuff like that. But I know with the new schedule, we're going to play everybody. So we need to help boost those teams a little bit. So you guys can do that. If you have ideas for new names for teams, if you have new cities that you think would be a good add to the Ricky Davis League, we're open to it. Because like I said, some of these teams we don't really care about. We just threw them out there to fill out the league. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and ring that bell so you know when the next video comes out. And we don't have to do it like we did this first round. This round, pretty much, someone volunteered and they took one stadium. I'd like to get more people involved. Sandman Dan, Murph75, Sewell 21, Archmage, all great stadium builders, but I want some new blood. Let's go. We have plenty of guys who have showcased stadiums here before. Bow Tiger, Busy Blake, my first request guy. He's only had 2 stadiums requested. Busy Blake, where you at, buddy? ESPN 6KTA, Davin, Bulldig 13. What do you say? Bust in on this contest. What do you got? I'd love to see your creations. If you don't want to get involved in the stadium search, that's okay too. I did record a new stadium extravaganza video that has nothing to do with the Ricky Davis League. That's coming to you very soon. So again, you're going to want to ring that bell so you know when videos come out. If you want to leave a stadium to be showcased on Studio 44 that has nothing to do with the Ricky Davis League, leave the name of the stadium in the comments below, along with your gamer tag. The gamer tag is very important. Leave those 2 pieces of information, and I will get to those stadiums as soon as possible. Again, guys, I can't express my thanks enough to you guys, how fun this has been. I hope to keep the energy up about this stadium search as we get to the final teams. So, thank you again for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out Respect the Pick, our podcast, and ring the bell so you know when the new video is out revealing the next 10 teams. I've rambled enough. Thanks, guys. We'll see ya.